Okay. Actually, quite delighted to be here. After listening to Mr. Shane, I feel like I'm a layman standing here talking about it. So when you talk about this automation, the way the world is changing, every day when I go to bed in the night, I feel I learned something. But the next day morning when I wake up, there is something new has come up. Then again I become a layman. But I'm going to talk in perspective of end user, because we are not developing technology, but we are using technology, and how we are using technology to drive what we want to drive in the business. So when I wake up as a layman, at the same time I feel very excited that this new technology is going to help me what I'm supposed to do, all right? So that's why we are in a very interesting phase. I would say supply chain was never so exciting. When I see last 3-4 years, the kind of changes happening, so we are extremely in exciting phase, and the way India is going through a phase, what we talk about India being a center for manufacturing, that's the best time all of us are here, right? So I'll talk in terms of, because I come from manufacturing and a user, so I'll share what as a user I see as a technology, and some of the things how we are using this new technology in Colgate, so that I can share a few things with the panel here. So starting with, this is a quote from Professor Richard Fielding, that is not the organization which are competing, it's actually the supply chain that's competing with each other. So it's not that I think there are, my friends are there from marketing or sales, so I'm not saying anything against that, but what is the marketing and sales plan? It is supply chain that's enabling that. So how well we enable, what is the, in terms of execution and implementation of the plan, business plan, that actually decide the success of the organization. So in that context, so in the supply chain, we are here part of the manufacturing. So we all know manufacturing is at the center of the supply chain, right? We have connection both ends, but the focus here will be in the manufacturing, what we use, how we can use the new technology to do what we are supposed to do. So when you talking about new technologies, like the way we look at things now, that these new technologies will help us to integrate the entire supply chain, which we never had, right? We had integration within our organization, but there are real opportunity are when we are integrated to our both end, like from our supplier to our warehouses, even to our customers. Then this new technology is also going to improve the way, what we are fundamentally are supposed to do, like safety, quality, and in terms of cost and efficiency. And when you talk about connectivity, it is the way we can take our customer experience to a really new level. And here also, I think many of us are also talking about Industry 4.0. Basically, it is, the core is how the information is flowing, right? And we all know like information flowing from one end to the other end, and having all the users using the same information at the same time. So the information, the way we look at, is captured at the source, is live at all levels at the same time, and it is actually available to the end user who is actually going to use it. That is not further process for him, right? So, and in terms of a few skills, what we see is going to be critical for the manufacturing sector going forward. I'm not an expert on this, but this is what we see, like data analysis and visualization. Particularly, I'll focus on the data, because as a manufacturing industry, we used to generate millions of data every day. It's nothing new. But so far, we generate data and we store. We don't look at the data. We don't see pattern. We don't derive any meaningful insight from the data. Going forward, what will be ensuring success is how we use the data, how we derive meaningful insights from the data, and make optimization or make any improvement on the spot. It's not that we are doing analysis after some time. Artificial intelligence and machine learning are the new buzzword. I think many of us know. So these are going to be critical technology. Digital twin is, we see a great opportunity. We have started using it. I will share a few examples. So this is going to be a good technology where we can really drive a lot of optimization within the manufacturing. Cloud computing, because it has to be, all the data has to be stored in cloud, so this is going to be a critical technology. At the same time, because we are going to be connected, cyber security also is going to play a critical role in manufacturing organizations. We also see a few challenges, and some of the discussion, I think Mr. Shane mentioned that we had as a side stock. We see that there's a big organizations are easily able to adapt new technologies, they can invest, and they see the benefit. When we work with our suppliers, many of them are small, we see a real challenge for them to adopt new technology, justify. So that's a real opportunity going forward. If we can make these new technologies cheaper, easily accessible, then definitely that's a big boost for the manufacturing industries. And the other thing also, we see there are many now vendors available offering solutions. That sometimes creates a real challenge. Kiske saath kaam kare, right? Every day we hear somebody is coming with some platforms, how they can help us. But so I think that's also is a real challenge. So as a company, we are centrally assessing, and so that, I mean, for Colgate like company, like, because you have multiple sites, so you want to see the scalability. But for many small organizations, this could be a real challenge. And the last is obviously the cost. I understand Rockwell really focusing on how to bring down cost, and Mr. Shane was saying that the pie of the business from the big organization has drastically reduced. Now the pie has become bigger by small organization joining this revolution. So I think that's a good change and the right change for as a country for taking manufacturing forward. Just to share a few things, what we do at Colgate. So this is a reimagining journey we started in 2019, just before the pandemic. If you see the three things, excel fundamentals, elevate customer and consumer experience, and create a reimagined future, it's nothing new. We are, as a manufacturing, the fundamentals were always there 50 years ago also, when manufacturing had fundamentals to focus on, right? Now, customer experience or customer service, what used to say earlier, it was always there. Now we are really talking about how to take it to the next level. And reimagining future, we all know, industry has to focus the way that this business is sustainable. It's basically focusing on the planet and the people, right? It's carbon dioxide, or it's how much water you're using, how much electricity I'm using. So those kind of things are part of the third block, which is create a reimagined future. So the few examples, the way we drive smart factory implementation. So there are three areas we focus. At the bottom is always the core, which was there, which will continue. The second aspect, there are 5 areas which focus is how to augment the human capability. When he is doing, it's particularly focusing on the operator level, the shop floor, how they can use this technology to do their job much better. And third area, obviously, is intelligent machines, which will really help us to take us to the next level. All the new technologies like digital twin, all those things we cover in this area. This is an example like how we have used digital twin to really reduce power consumption. Small example, like there are multiple chillers in the plant, but we see digital twin is helping us to understand that one particular chiller is consuming more power, right? So obviously this insight is helping us to really do something about it. So again, we are using digital twin technology to really go for a golden batch. Typically when you make a batch, you test few parameters before you release. This golden batch concept is that using digital twin technology, while we making the batch, if all the parameters, everything is same, I don't have to test. Directly this batch goes for production next level. So that is helping in terms of the batch cycle time reduction. Also, the throughput of the plant, power consumption, that way also we are getting benefit out of it. Similarly, we are talking about vision control, even using machine learning here as well for no-touch quality. Like Colgate, every year we produce billions of tubes. Earlier we used to talk about ppm. Now our focus is why can't we go for ppb, right? If we can take my defects 1 per billion or 2 per billion using technology, which is possible. Today it's not possible because if my line speeds are high, I can't really check every tube. But if you can do online checking with visual control, really I can identify the defect, do about it, and take out, right? So really this is helping us to the dream big that I can take my defects to a next level, which is part per billion. Similarly, there are analytics which is help us to typical the very soft floor related thing like how do I improve my efficiency, right? So this technology is helping us to, if I have got a minor stoppage, it gives us screenshots like what happened, why there is a minor stoppage. So this is really helping us to eliminate and go for those small machine stoppages also. Again, this is again an example. When you talk about new technology, it's not only driving efficiency, we are really focused on health of the people also. So as much as we can eliminate repetitive work using technology, it's not for labor productivity, it is health of the people because we are really focused on the future. So our manufacturing should be such that people should not have any health challenge. So all the repetitive work, our focus is how to use robots or cobots to eliminate repetitive work. Again, 3D printing, I think many of you know. So that's another focus, how we can drive. Initially, we started using 3D technology to reduce cost. But we realized really this technology can help us to build capability faster. If there's a new requirement coming for the commercial side, I can use this technology to reduce the go-to-market time quite significantly. Again, this is another technology we are trying to use. Typically, you all know AGVs. So this is an integration of AGV with stacker so that it can lift and store much higher. At the same time, this is built with robotic control systems. So it's integration of AGV with robots so that it can do all the jobs together. Again, digitization, I think that's everybody must be doing. So our goal is that our plant should be 100% paperless. We have made over last 3 years quite good progress. Today, I would say like probably 60 to 70% of our activities are digitized, and we have saved almost 60-70% of paper what we used to use earlier. Again, for building capability of the people, because that's going to be a challenge. So this is a technology we are using how to really train them, and they can also, what is happening, the training is not instructor related. It is automated. People can use their own smartphone, their own time to get trained. Yeah, so when, again, just one slide on this, when we are going for this kind of technologies, the core of manufacturing remains the same. If I don't develop the capability, the organizational structure, the culture, and how, even the typical, the standard part of the manufacturing, which is having a harmonious ER situation in the plant, these are core because these new technologies are going to affect the life of the people. So it has to be managed all three together so that we really see the success of new technologies. Thank you.